Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled, Who Says You Can Never Go Back? That expression, you can never go back, you can never go back home. What it means is a person is in his 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, wants to go back to his old town. And very often it's a depressing experience. The old grocery store is knocked down, there's a mega store there. Little park that you used to play with your friends, well, that's gone. It's a cement lot, who knows what's in there now. And your house has been destroyed. School where you grew up, that's gone. Everything is gone. People say you could never go back and you should never go back. Not if you're looking for some fun memories, because it's going to end up being a bit of a sad, bitter reality. I say there are times one could go back and one should go back home. It all depends. So for me, someone who grew up in Belle Harbor, beautiful oceanfront community, in the 60s and 70s, incredible parents who built up the yeshiva of Belle Harbor, built up Congregation Old Tzedek, pillars of the community. My sisters, Mindy and Amy, and my brother Stephen. I was the baby in the family, still am. They took such good care of me. And even till this day, any simcha we have in Eretz Yisrael, they'll all come in. Mindy's married to Avi, Amy to Ronnie, and Stephen to Lean, like my siblings. All three of them are just like my siblings, Mindy and Avi, and Amy and Ronnie, and Stephen and Lean. They'll come here anytime they can, still taking care of their baby brother. So when I go back to Belle Harbor, I haven't been there for decades, but if I would go back, I'm sure the houses would be different. I'm sure there's plenty of things that don't physically look the same. But for me, the memories there are amazing. Being on the beach early in the morning, I'd go there before the crowds arrive, hang out on the lifeguard chair with my dog Rocky. I'd learn and he'd just sit and watch. At the end of the day, we'd do the same thing. Those are amazing times, beautiful times. And why do I say it's important to go back? As you get older, you see different things in life. Life's not so pure. Sometimes you see liars and cheaters, people that deceive others. You see a lot as you get older, and you move on, and you're involved in arguments and disputes and unpleasant things that you just never dreamed of back in the day. And I go back every week, whenever I need it. I don't go back to Belle Harbor. It's a little bit of a schlep. From Ramat Beit Shemesh, I go to the Ashdod beach. In the summer, I don't teach at Reish at night. I don't give shiur Wednesday nights in the shul. So at 5 o'clock, I'm free. Go back to the beach. I'm in the ocean as the sun is setting. Physically, I'm in Ashdod. Really, I'm back in Belle Harbor. Thinking about a very pure time. Think about my family members who are still so tight. You don't get to see and talk to each other so much, but the bond is so close. Think about Rabbi Reiner, Zechrono Livracha. I sat on his lap during davening, the big O, Tzedek, and Rebbitzin Reiner. Think of Rabbi Tarsis, the principal of the school I grew up. Now, Baruch Hashem, is the grandfather of my son-in-law, the grandfather of my daughter-in-law. So Baruch Hashem, we're connected once again as family. And I think of all the beauty there. And it's healthy to go back. Because sometimes when you're involved in a lot of mud in this world, and you see things that would have been best not to see, at least I'm going to feeling it would be better if I didn't see these things. So that's a bitter reality. But sometimes the bitter reality that we all see as we mature and get older and we're involved, and as a rabbi, as a principal, a teacher, so you see a lot of things that you wouldn't always want to see as a community person. And sometimes that can leave you bitter. And that could lead you with the feeling, Kol Adam Kozev, everyone, they're all liars and cheaters, and everyone's in it for themselves. There's no purity, there's no L'Shem Shamayim, it's all gone. And that's not healthy. Because you have the full range of people in this world. You have the creeps, you have the tzaddikim, and you have everyone in the middle. And you have people who are good and have some other things mixed in with them. They're not good or bad, they're just a mixture, a chulent of a person. And you have all types. And it's not healthy for a person to go ahead and after having some bad experiences in this world as they get older to think, everyone, this is who people are. It's not healthy and it's not true. When I go back to Ashdod every Wednesday, Now I'm watching the sunset. Now I'm in the ocean, getting as close to that sunset as I can. Then I go back out, sitting with my family, my children and grandchildren. And I'm physically in Ashdod, but I'm 6,000 miles in another direction. I'm west 6,000 miles, thinking about the beautiful, pure town of Belle Harbor where I grew up with so many beautiful people, my friends and the families, and the support that I received as I got into learning more and chinuch. So it all began for me, so much beauty and purity. I'm sure there was shul politics. I'm sure there was school politics I didn't know about. I was a kid. I remember the purity there. I remember I was in 4th grade going to shul every morning. Piece of gum by Mr. Newman, Zechrono Levracha. I'd go to Camp Raleigh. Mr. Newman would send me care packages. Just pure beauty, sweetness. When I go to Ashdod, and then part of me is back in Belle Harbor, it's good to go back home again. And to remember, there are pure people, there are sweet people, there are good neshamas who just want to do nice things. And when you see the bitter parts of the world, it cannot let you go ahead and just reformulate your whole image of the world that's just being bitter and negative. Everyone's a cheater, a liar, in it themselves. It's not healthy. It's not true. We have to have a balance, not being tamim and naive for sure, but not to give up faith either. So to me, I think at times, I know for myself, it's good to go back home. If not physically, so then mentally, psychologically, and spiritually. And remember those times of pure beauty. And as we see the world where there's a lot of darkness, we have to protect ourselves not to be overwhelmed by that darkness for sure, and cheated by that darkness. But at the same time, we need to remember the beauty. And for me, thinking about Pearl Harbor, my family gave me the most beautiful memories, and the community gave me the most beautiful memories about a very pure and sweet world. To go back to that is healthy. Because it's not a fantasy, thinking I'm back there and there's nothing else. No, I see the darkness as well, but that light gives me chizuk, gives me hope, pushes me forward. When I sit at the beach with my children and grandchildren, and I see the beauty. Yes, it's a tough world they're entering, but a beautiful one as well. So for some, going back may not be the most beautiful thing to do. But for others, going back is a wholesome experience, an enriching experience, and one that sometimes, at least for me, gives me the motivation to keep pushing forward and to never stop seeing the beauty in this world. Shalom.